community activist from Bradford, came here into the studio to tell us about his trip to Turkey to deliver aid to some of the refugees who have crossed the border to escape the civil war in Syria.
4 million refugees have fled the country and 6 million children are thought to have been affected since the violence began in 2011. Well, Nazim is back safely, we're glad to say, and he's with us now to tell us about his trip. So Nazim, just tell us about some of the people that you were working with out in Turkey.
We worked with the Turkish Syrian charity for refugees, and we visited many countless families, widows, orphans. We presented over 500 food parcels. We visited many families that had no windows, no doors. They were like cave-like premises, living in disused factories with wiring everywhere. We provided much-needed winter blankets with winter on its way, and we also provided toys for children, and also we provided baby milk. Mothers mentioned to us that they couldn't afford baby milk, so instead, as a substitute, they were providing water with sugar.
So they weren't getting that nourishment. How desperate is the situation out there?
It is really bad, and it's getting worse with everything that's going on, with all the fighting that's going on the border. The Syrian refugees, what we saw was they're resilient people. They do not complain, and they're most grateful. I mean, the children we met, you've shown a photograph of a child. That child only had a couple of crisp packets, and he was like, have some crisps, even though he hasn't really got any for himself.
Nazim, it's a catastrophic situation out there. Did you feel safe? Because we know, sadly, what has happened out there.
We were nervous going into it with the sad, the news of the sad death of Alan Henning, the hero humanitarian worker. There was only one night where there was the helicopters of the Turkish military out, because we were next to the border, and you could see also flashes, which I suspect might have been some of the bombs on the side of the Turkish side.
How desperate is the situation out there, just to round things off?
The situation is very bad. I mean, winter's coming, so we visited many families. There's 16 people in one room. They've got no door, no window. There's not even plastering on the wall. There's no carpet on the wall. They don't even have running water.
And this is outside the refugee camps, isn't it?
This is outside the refugee camps. We went to see those families and individuals who are getting no support whatsoever from aid agencies. And I dread to think how they will survive the winter.
Nazim, thank you very much for coming in and telling us your stories. I know that you plan to go out there in the summer as well. So thank you, and you've been doing some great work.
Good luck.
Thank you.
It's before 7 o'clock.